I am sure that you've probably watched, seen, read, and studied tons of videos on how to manifest money. But trust me when I say that this video is different, and what I'm about to share with you gets results. Plain and simple. Because manifesting money is actually so much less complicated than people make it out to be. And I'm going to show you one simple formula that will show you exactly what to do to manifest money on demand. With this formula, you will no longer have to second guess or question yourself. And you can stop watching video after video after video trying over and over and over again. Just follow this formula exactly how I describe, and you will be shocked at how quickly it works. Hello and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach and manifesting expert focused on getting you transformational results. My whole channel is all about manifesting, the law of attraction with meditations and more, where I share the tools you need to get the results you want. I post brand new videos every Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. And if you're ready to manifest money, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button below. I love making these videos for you and sharing these tools with you. So hitting that little like button lets me know that you're watching and getting value from these videos. So once you do that, let's get into it. So let's be real. Whether or not you're new to manifestation or you've been using it for years, it can sometimes feel frustrating or tricky or confusing. Because when it comes to manifestation, not everything is the same for each person. The way I approach manifestation with my clients is tailor to them as an individual. Tailor it to yourself. It's never a one-size-fits-all approach because we're all different with different strengths, weaknesses, beliefs, programming. We're all completely different. So because of this, I will also show you how to tailor this formula specifically to fit you. Because someone can share all of the techniques in the world with you, but it's ultimately your connection to the technique that will actually allow it to work. And it's really your connection that will also show you if you're on the right track. Because I hear time and time again, people second guessing themselves or wondering if they're doing it right. So let's just take the confusion out of all of it. Make it simple. The biggest way to know you're on the right path or that you're doing it right is that it will feel good. It will feel sure. It will feel unwavering and certain with a level of ease to it. Sounds simple enough, but it's true. This sure, certain, unwavering ease means you are doing it right. Got it? Sure, certain, unwavering ease. Say that 5 times fast. So feeling stressed or worried or just in an overall bad mood means that something is out of alignment. And this isn't saying that you can't ever feel those feelings, because that's not being a human. Those feelings are totally normal and a part of life, but just observe and notice when these feelings are coming up to notice that you're out of alignment. See where you're out of alignment. See what's bothering you and shift it. Now, let's get into this formula, how it works, and how to tailor it to yourself. In order to manifest money, you have to understand your relationship to money, specifically the limits that you're creating for yourself. What you expect is what you attract. So if you continue to expect that you can't afford things, that is what you're going to continue to attract. Abundance is actually always available to you at all times. You just have to decide to allow money to support you. Allow money to be what it is. It's a resource, just like air, food, and water, all necessary to stay alive, but you typically don't obsess over them. So this is your starting off point before using this formula. Seeing money as a resource that supports you, and understanding that abundance is a choice and a point of view. So let's get into step 1. Step 1 is priming your brain. You are going to prime your subconscious mind to receive the amount that you want. Because when you prime this part of your brain called the reticular activating system, it literally goes to work to give you evidence of what you feed it. I actually have a whole other video all about this, so I'm not gonna get too far into it, but I will leave a link up here and a link down below. And honestly, while you're at it, just go ahead and binge on through the entire playlist of videos called the Money Series here on my channel. I'll leave a link down below for that too. There's a lot of really amazing meditations in there and other training videos about money that go really nicely with this formula. So to prime your brain, you are going to choose an amount that you wanna manifest, or better. Always or better. And you are going to feed this to your brain as a fact, not as a want, not as a need. You are not asking for permission. You're not asking for this. You are choosing and deciding. So feed your brain a statement or affirmation that allows it to show you evidence of it. If you want $10,000, you would prime your brain by having thoughts of being certain that you already have it. You're not asking for it. It's a done deal. But do this without controlling how it will happen. And in turn, your reticular activating system will begin to accept it as a fact and go to work to show you evidence of it. It's always seeking to show you evidence of what you're thinking and feeling and believing. Ever notice how when you feel broke, you continue to think things like, I can't afford that. Oh, I really need this money, and things like that? Well, in turn, your reticular activating system listens to that and continues to give you those circumstances and situations to support those exact thoughts. Feel like you can't afford something? Think you can't afford something? Your reticular activating system's like, oh, you're right. See, not enough money. See, lack. It's feeding you evidence of exactly what you're giving it. So change those thoughts, but really change them and disrupt the pattern. You can't fake this work. Manifesting money is more of a brain game and an internal game. So now that you've primed your brain, here is the second step in the formula. This is the part that the majority of people will struggle with, but it's shifting into being. It's shifting to a point of power. You've already primed your brain. You've already accepted what you want as true, as a fact. And now is the point where you think from, act from, and be the version who already has it. You wouldn't ask for something you already have. So get into that state. And if you aren't sure how to do this, ask yourself the right questions. Questions like, what would the version of me who had the $10,000 think? What would they feel? What would they do? What would they worry or not worry about? What would they act? How would they act? What decisions would they make? And then shift into being it through those questions. When you're faced with a decision, decide from the version of you who already has it. And a lot of people get caught up thinking, well, how do I spend the money if I don't have it? Or how do I act like something I've never actually experienced? This is why you ask those questions. This is where your imagination, that powerful theta state, comes into play. You don't need to do anything reckless. You don't need to go out and spend $10,000 because you've shifted into being. It's more making little shifts. How would this person think? How would they act? How would they be? How would they feel? And taking those little baby steps, because those little baby steps have an avalanche effect in your life. That's where the big shifts happen, from lots of little internal shifts first. Shifting into being is much more of an internal thing than a physical thing. Do what you need to do to answer those questions for yourself. Because once you answer those questions and once you understand the experience internally, it can then show up for you in the easiest way. Becoming a millionaire or a billionaire seems like a huge leap. Once your brain can understand an experience, it can then come forth into your reality. So now that you have primed your brain and shifted into being, this brings us to the last part of the formula. Step 3 is turning on the faucet. You're probably saying, what are you talking about? Turning on the faucet is knowing for a fact that abundance and wealth are always available to you. And if you just turn on the faucet, you can let it flow. Turning on the faucet means allowing abundance to pour into your life without controlling all of the details. Every time you worry about how or when, or every time you try and control how something is going to show up for you, you turn that faucet off and you stop the flow. Every time you have a preconceived idea that money can only come from your job or a certain person or a certain way, you turn the faucet off. This faucet is possibility. This faucet holds magic and miracles beyond your comprehension. Let it flow to you without stopping it with all the things that aren't up to you. Turn on the faucet of abundance, because abundance is a choice to see your life from a perspective that you are always supported on all levels. Allow it to flow to you. Stop blocking it. So remember this formula. Step 1, prime your brain. Step 2, shift into being. And step 3, turn on the faucet and let it flow. And to help you get even better results, I'm gonna leave you with my famous money workbook down below. It's completely free, and you can click the link below to get your copy. Thousands and thousands of people have used this workbook to transform the way that they manifest money. And there are so many amazing resources inside. Like I said, it's completely free. So to get your copy, just click the link down below. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. And head on over to my Instagram at mkmagicmindset, where I post tons of daily law of attraction affirmations, tips, tricks, and so much more. And be sure to check out my website, MK Magic Mindset, where you can find more about my programs and more. And I will see you in the next one.